in the wets.
You're adjusting to not just a different feel of a tire, you're adjusting to a different visual. I mean, these trucks compared to what he's in, he's been driving, he's got his mirrors sorted and everything like that. This is a whole new visual. This is a spotter in his ear yelling at him inside, outside, and just trying to get that whole movement second nature is an incredibly tough thing to do. I do this every time I have to jump in on a weekend like this, where I've taken 6, 8, 9 months off of being in a stock car, and you're expected to just be on it right away, or the team's going to be mad at you. So he's outperformed what this truck normally does. I think he's doing a good job, and if he just stays smart, we know the craziness is coming. We know the rain's coming, and then we know the craziness is going to follow.
See Sheldon Creed starting to close the gap even more on Kaz Grala. There's Parker Chase trying to hold off Bailey Curry for position just inside the top 15.
How fun has Bailey been? We got to see him out in this East truck. He's always running competitively, getting a lot out of these trucks. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, the guys in East think a lot of Bailey. Forward to seeing more of him throughout the rest of this season and beyond, as Derek Kraus in that 19. Haley Deegan trying to get around.
Seen everybody move to the left side down the back straightaway. That's not your normal line, but that's the wettest part of the track right now. Those guys are diving left. They're sweating their rear tires. Those tires are falling off. They feel that tire spin. They feel that chunking, that vibration that starts when those blocks start to break away, and they want to get back on that wet stuff. That's what that back end you see swirling around on the 4.2 right there. That's not just wheel hop. That's those reins going away. And those cars just don't want to shut down the way they were in the beginning of this session here.
That 42 is Carson Hocevar coming off a career best third place finish at Darlington. We see maybe our first taker on pit road is Zane Smith, Jamie.
Well, he started 15th, worked his way up to 7th. I just talked to his crew chief, Kevin Mannion. He said, we're trying to figure out when to pit. Do you stay to the end or do you come early? They talked to the spotters, talked to the drivers, said it is wet everywhere, and they will stick with those rain tires. You see it there. The 9 in, Grant and Finger in as well. So this will start the whole cycle of the first round of pit stops here. Everybody's sticking with those white sidewall tires. It's definitely sprinkling just enough to keep the entire track damp right now.
Parker Chase in the 51 getting a significant chassis adjustment as well.
Yeah, and these guys are calling for help because, like we talked about the rain tires going away, they've lost some 4.5 seconds off the pace of their fastest lap, Vince. So getting these fresh tires right now is timely, but they're mainly doing it because in the case of Kaz Grala, I would be surprised if he wins this stage. He's not racing for points. The team is, so he might win this stage, but there's going to be some strategies where guys pull off the racetrack because they want to make sure they get the pit stop done before the caution and get that track position.
Well, I guarantee it, Sheldon Creed would love to get the stage win because he is racing for points, and that stage win gives you a playoff point, and that's something that could pay dividends down the road in the postseason.
Another guy that needs those stage points and wants to win this thing is Todd Gilliland, and he's making some good progress. His lap times over the last couple of laps have been the best on the racetrack, and he's really closed down on our leaders.
2.4 seconds a lap faster than our leader on that last one. He's half the gap that he had on the lap prior there. He's definitely coming to these guys here.
And you can see, look at Gilliland, the line he takes, closing right up on the bumper of Sheldon Creed.
He's back on the dry line here. He's driving the heck out of this thing. He's either going for stage points and he's just going to drive the rears off this car because he knows there's only 3 laps left, or he's coming to pits now, and that's also why he's driving, because he's just tearing up whatever he's got left and wants to get out in front of these guys if they're not going to pit this lap.
Looks like Creed is pitting. Saw the hand out the window. He will go to pit road.
So Grala stays out and Creed pits.
Creed's won a race, so he knows he's in the playoffs and is going to forego these stage points in order to get some more later.
Regan is down there waiting the arrival of Sheldon Creed in his pit box. Speed limit 40 miles per hour on pit road. Regan?
Oh, no big surprise. As Michael just said, they already have a win. They're playing the long game. Want to get another win. Felt like this was going to be a strong opportunity for them to do that today. That is the 2 truck of Sheldon Creed. He's had this race circled on the calendar even before Daytona earlier this year. Right now, that truck, it needs a little bit more turn with the front end. Both directions. It's equally as bad with the tight front end on both directions of the racetrack.
I like this strategy. This is the way to do it right here. He's going to come out. He's going to cycle to the front here after these guys take their stage points and go. And Gralla and Gilliland might be super fast, but man, the dangers of coming through this field from potentially 8th, 10th, maybe even further on back, depending on who pits or doesn't pit here. That's something I want a clean nose. I want good tires. Sheldon can leave the pits here and kind of chill out, not abuse the rear tires, and have a great car to start, great truck to start the second stage.
Well, and two are the opposite of chilling out. They are burning those Goodyears up trying to win this stage.
I was going to say Sheldon Creed may be giving up the stage points and the potential stage win to position himself better as we move forward in the race.
Well, it's all about that. And it depends on your agenda. These cats, Gilliland, Ankrum, we've talked about Ankrum's struggles this year. Picking up these points to the end of this first stage is very important to these teams.
You see the track map up at the top of the screen, top right-hand portion, the 0-2 of Gralla as they get into turn 12, that hard left-hander after the long back straight, and Gilliland is right behind him. And this is a complex section of the racetrack right here, Andy.
It is. It's turn 13 that we're seeing right there is the second slowest corner on the track, and they're on their way to turn 15, the absolute slowest corner on the track. Zoomed in, when we've got a very wet racetrack, these trucks look like they're parked, and you might be at home wondering, why isn't he just on the gas? Well, you can see the back end stepping out. They're racing to it here. They want these 10 points from this stage win. This is going to be crazy coming to the line here. Gilliland's been pushing and pushing and pushing him. He's been extra strong and extra wide at the exit of 19 right here, where Kaz has been in tight. We'll see which one's coming to the checker here.
Yeah, there will be one to go when they come here across the line here in this first stage, and Gilliland is pressuring Sheldon Creed as they approach and now handle turn 20, coming up this long straightaway uphill.
That's Kaz Gralla in the 0-2 up front, and Gilliland all over him. And this baby is far from over. This is interesting, Andy, because they're taking two such different approaches to this racetrack right now.
They really are. I mean, whoa, a good look to the inside by Gilliland, and we'll see if Kaz can hold that outside. Kaz has been very smooth getting the power. The truck looks like it's under him, but he's very smooth. To have the back end as straight as it is, he's got to be extremely smooth here. This is one of those risky spots we were talking about. And boy, now we're going to get single file through here. Kaz has got to recompose. He's stayed composed, but he's got to recompose, look for a good run through 6 on his way to the end of the stage here.
Well, they raced one another clean through there, didn't they?
They did. That was awesome to see, the fact that they were able to battle that tightly and there was no contact, especially when you throw in the conditions. I think Todd believes done correctly. The run from 19 to 20 could be the key to him making this pass and getting this stage win. A lot of racetrack work between here and there, though.
Yes, this run off of 11 is going to dictate a lot of what they're doing. We're seeing Todd really hard on the brakes here. Kaz with a left front lock up here, and that's going to let the 38 through here. But again, Kaz so smooth back on the power here. Oh!
Crossover. How about the crossover? Great move by Kaz. Messed up entering, made up for it exiting.
It's the final lap of stage 1 as Kaz Gralla trying to hold off Todd Gilliland for the stage 1 win. And look at the water that's spraying that's coming off those trucks, as you can get an indication of just how wet this track still is. And again, so tight now as they come off turn 12.
The car control of these guys is outstanding, and the aggression is like this is the last lap of the race, not the last lap of the stage.
Wow, look at the move. Uh-oh, sideways.
Is Gralla going to hold him off? No, Gilliland gets it.
He's got to smooth it out now. He's been very wide at the exit of 19 here, and Kaz we've seen be real tucked up. He's got to just run it smooth, and he's got this.
Yeah, what a great move from Todd Gilliland. Pressured Kaz Gralla. And eventually Gralla slipped up just enough to open the door, and Todd Gilliland grabbed the position. Comes off turn 20. And heads to the green and white checkers. Todd Gilliland wins stage 1.
at COTA. That was awesome, guys. What a great battle.
That was a statement. He wanted that from way back, from many seconds down.